Yes, Paige, that's exactly right. I mean, there is a very large police presence here right now. It's an active scene surrounding this entire mall. I'll give you a look behind me here. That's the car that's actually involved in this crash. That's the suspect's car. Police say at around midnight, there was an attempted traffic stop for a woman with a felony warrant. Now, police say they confirmed her identity, but she drove away at a high speed and the chase started. That chase actually went through multiple jurisdictions from Lewisville to Grapevine and then back to Lewisville. During that chase, at some point, police say a patrol car was hit. The officer that was driving that car is okay. There are no injuries to officers. The chase ended up in this parking lot here. Police say the suspect had a handgun and refused multiple orders to drop the weapon. Police then fired shots at her.
I can't really provide information on what the officers did in that sequence because we're still investigating. Officers will make every attempt possible to try to have somebody surrender peaceably. That is the best way for us to finish an arrest of any kind. Anytime a suspect makes a decision that is contrary to that, it's going to cause officers to have to react, and in this case, that appears to be what happened.
Now, police say the suspect was taken to the hospital and died there. We don't have the name or the age of the suspect. That will be released by the medical examiner. Now, back out here live, Texas Rangers are actually part of this investigation here, which is pretty standard for officer-involved shootings. This is, again, an active situation. Police are asking people to avoid this area as there is crime scene tape really all across this entire parking lot. But we'll update you when we learn more about the scene here. Back to you.
A woman was slapped by a man panhandling at an Oak Cliff QT. She fought with him. She left, returning with a gun and shot that man multiple times. He survived, and she is being sought by Dallas police. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has the video that tells the story in this week's Trackdown.
We are in Oak Cliff. This is the QT at Ann Arbor and 35 South. Right here with me, Detective Michael Bowie. Detective, what happened here like early morning, June 30th?
Yes, sir. On the June 30th, early in the morning, about 3:52 a.m., we have a victim here, and he have an verbal altercation with a female suspect. During the argument, the victim reached out and slapped the female suspect one time. They got into physical altercation. After that, they separate their way. The female suspect left, but she returned about 20 minutes later. And then when she returned, the victim is still here at the gas pump. She was looking for him. When she found him, she chased him down and started fire several times at him. The victim ran and he fell down. That's when she caught up to him. When she fired another 3 rounds and striking him in the right leg.
Why was he still here some 20 minutes later?
I believe the victim was here. He asked people for the gas money. We have a very good video of the female suspect prior to the shooting. She went inside the store to pay for her gas.
Tell me about her, what you see on tape.
She's a black female, about 5'4". She's about 130 pounds. She have a short hair. She about late 20s, early 30s. We believe that she's driving a black Nissan. We don't know is it Altima or Sentra.
Let me ask you, sir, is the video clear enough where if you know her, you know her?
Yes, sir. The video was so clear, and if you see it, you will know who she is.
What do you need, Detective Michael Bowie?
What I need is somebody know her or somebody saw her. Give me a call. They can reach me at 214-671-3538. Or you can reach me at my email, michael.bowie@dallaspolice.gov. I want to have my victim to have a justice.
Who is she? Recognize her, get at Detective Michael Bowie. Help find the woman who opened fire at this QT in the early morning hours, June 30th.
And you can also watch past Trackdown stories and maybe help solve a crime. Go to the Fox 4 YouTube page, youtube.com/Fox 4 News.
Texas Senator John Cornyn this week on Capitol Hill applauded Florida's efforts in the creation of Alligator Alcatraz, saying he supports a similar operation in Texas.
The recently opened migrant detention center in the Florida Everglades has drawn sharp criticism with allegations of unsuitable conditions and bug infestations. DHS says it desperately needs more bed space for detained migrants. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel in studio with more. Casey?
Yes, Steve, Heather, good evening. Senator Cornyn's office told me today that he was not available for a brief interview to discuss his remarks on Capitol Hill. Critics have called Alligator Alcatraz inhumane. DHS refutes that and also confirms that it is actively in talks with other states about constructing new facilities. Following in Florida's footsteps, Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn this week, in a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee, says he wouldn't mind replicating the idea of an Alligator Alcatraz-like facility in Texas.
I'm hopeful that other states will step up to help in similar ways. If we could find a way to make something like this work in Texas, I would strongly support it.
Texas has previously pitched the feds. Earlier this year, the state's land commissioner offered the Trump administration more than 1,400 acres of land down in Starr County along the border to build immigrant detainee holding and processing sites. Belts of Texas land near El Paso into New Mexico have become militarized zones where troops are deputized to carry out immigration enforcement.
And I'd encourage our governor, as well as Secretary Noem, to explore the possibility of locating future detention facilities in Texas.
A ball DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says is already moving.
We're looking at other locations as well. We've had several other states that are actually using Alligator Alcatraz as a model for how they can partner with us as well.
So, what are some of those? Are there other states?
I'm having ongoing conversations with 5 other governors about facilities that they may have.
Noem wouldn't elaborate when asked which states or an exact timeline. Governor Abbott's office didn't get back with us Wednesday. Critics don't support the current one, much less adding others. From the jump, protesters, Democratic lawmakers, and other advocacy groups have alleged human rights violations at Alligator Alcatraz.
We have individuals 37 to cage who are sharing 1 or 2 toilets.
It sits on a 39-square-mile former airport site in the middle of the Everglades, surrounded by alligators and pythons. Current capacity is 3,000, with plans to expand to 5,000. Accusations from detainees recently surfaced about deplorable cramped conditions, infested with mosquitoes, water leaks. Secretary Noem told reporters,
Any issues that were there have been addressed.
While the American Civil Liberties Union has filed at least one lawsuit against the Trump administration over Alligator Alcatraz, the feds say space is urgently needed to keep up with arrests.
We need to double our capacity in detention beds because we need to facilitate getting people out of this country as fast as possible and to sustain our operations.
Senator Cornyn is running for re-election this year, and he has a Republican challenger, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, and recent polling does show a healthy lead at this point for Paxton. Steve, Heather?
Fort Worth police have arrested a man who they say walked into a gas station with a gun and kidnapped a woman working inside.
So they were able to find them thanks to eyewitnesses and the quick thinking of the victim's friend. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live with more. Amelia.
Heather, Steve, we learned today from Fort Worth police that there are actually 2 victims in this case. The one who was kidnapped and then another employee who tried to step in and stop the suspect.
Just before midnight on Monday, Fort Worth police say a gas station clerk at Penny's on East Berry Street was kidnapped at gunpoint. When officers got there, witnesses gave police a partial license plate, along with a description of the suspect and his car.
Witnesses gave us that it was going to be a black male wearing a dark or blue-colored shirt, along with a blue 4-door sedan.
One of the witnesses at the scene was a friend of the victim, and that person had her location, which was shared through an iPhone. Police tracked the victim's phone to the Sunset Motel off Mansfield Highway.
When we pulled up to the motel, we did see the vehicle that was described to us by witnesses. We also saw an individual wearing the same clothing standing in front of one of the motel doors.
The victim was unharmed in the passenger seat. 25-year-old Freddie Banks was arrested and faces charges for aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault. When police searched the car, they found the handgun he used to get the victim in the car and to stop another employee who tried to intervene.
Somebody tried to stop this crime, and Freddie Banks decided to take his handgun and point it at them and tell them to get back and not be involved. So we have 2 victims in this case.
Police say having the ability to track the victim in real time made all the difference in this case.
You know, if you're watching this, share your location with somebody you trust. Share your third-party app, because in this tragic situation, it turned out to be the best situation because we were able to see where they were at.
Fort Worth police say the victim and Banks don't know each other. According to public records, Banks doesn't have a criminal history. However, Fort Worth police say they did get his DNA to see if it matches in any other cases or if they get a hit on any of his vehicles. Heather, Steve, back to you.
All right, Amelia Jones, thank you.